guys, I'm sitting here with Stanley. He says hello. He's going to help me teach you guys a little bit about text structures today. So we're actually going to start pretty easy with this whole online learning thing. So don't worry, we're going to take it slow. Today we're going to learn about one of the several types of text structures we can be on the lookout for when we're reading nonfiction text. First things first. When you go into Google Classroom, you'll notice that you've got an Introduction to Text Structures note page. You've got a couple of options here. If you do have access to a printer, you're welcome to print out this document and copy in your notes as we go. If you don't have access to a printer, I promise it's okay. You can simply record this information on a separate piece of notebook paper or even a piece of printer paper. Either of those options will work perfectly fine. So let's take a look at the format of the notes. You'll notice I've essentially got a 3-column system. In the left-hand side, I've got the type of text structure. In the middle, there's room to write a definition to explain what exactly that type of text structure is. And over in the right-hand side, I've got some of the clue words to look for. You'll fill those in as we go. And then in the box on the bottom, you'll go ahead and write in a provided example. Again, you can print this out and fill it in as we go, or if you'd prefer, you're welcome to use your own piece of notebook or printer paper. All right, let's get started. Taking a little while to load. Here's Stanley to keep us busy while we're working. Okay, so text structures. So text structures are really just patterns that authors use to establish connections and relationships between ideas in a piece of writing. The first one we're going to talk about, in fact, the only one we're going to talk about today, see, I told you we were going to start pretty slow, is cause and effect. So on this next slide here, I've got the 5 different types of text structures that we'll be covering over the next several class meetings now that we're doing things online. Today, we'll focus on cause and effect. All right, so this is the slide that describes everything you need to know about cause and effect. There, I had to adjust that to make sure that you could see all the information on the screen. So cause and effect text structure first presents an instigating event. That would be the cause. A cause and effect text structure also demonstrates what happens as a result of that event. That would be the effects. Here are some of the clue words we could look for. We can look for the words cause and effect, big surprise, right? We could look for words like results, studies show, or evidence. Now, all of those words won't appear in every single cause and effect passage. And we can't be guaranteed that just because one of those words appears in a passage that it's definitely going to be cause and effect. But these clue words can be good indicators that we're moving in the right direction. I've got an example typed in at the bottom. A good example of the concept of cause and effect would be that frequent consumption of fast food leads to heart disease. So in this example, the cause is the frequent consumption of fast food. Right? If you eat it every once in a while, no big deal, but when you're eating it all the time, well, the most common effect would be some health problems, including heart disease. So frequent consumption of fast food is the cause, and heart disease is the effect. Let's take a look at this in a bigger example, and kind of an icky example. All right, so this paragraph is all about dog poop. Dog poop is as high as 3rd on the list of causes of contaminated water. So hopefully you're already on the lookout for some of those clue words. Do you think you found one? What I'd like you to do now is read through the rest of the paragraph. I'm not going to read it to you. So go ahead and press pause on the video to read the paragraph. All right, so you pressed pause, you read the paragraph. We're all back together now. Let's see if we can identify all the clue words that might indicate we are in fact dealing with a cause and effect paragraph. Did you find cause 2 times just like I did? Take a look at our 2 highlighted words. The word cause appears in this paragraph twice. right? So we've got some keywords. We can rest assured that we're probably moving in the right direction, but we're not sure yet. So next up, we're going to ask ourselves, can we identify a real cause and a real effect as a result of that cause in the text of this paragraph? Think about it. Maybe even pause the video, see if you can identify the cause and the effect addressed in this paragraph. All right, you've paused, you've analyzed, you're back with me. Yes, this is definitely a cause and effect relationship. And here's why. The cause is, unfortunately, the gross dog poop, right? Essentially, that's the problem. And what does that dog poop lead to? It leads to the gross effects of contaminated water and soil and potentially infection in people and pets. So the dog poop is the cause of the problem, and the effects, or the problem it causes, is contaminated water and soil or infection in people and pets. So we've got our clue words, we've identified a cause and an effect. We can rest assured that this is, in fact, a paragraph that is a perfect example of the cause and effect relationship. So that's about going to do it for this first lesson. Your notes should look a little something like this. There we go. So your completed notes should look a little bit like this. Cause and effect presents an instigating cause and demonstrates what happens as a result of the cause. Some of the clue words we can look for are cause, effect, results, studies show, and evidence. And our example was the frequent consumption of fast food leading to heart disease. Next time we come back together, we'll talk about problem solution. Woo! I know you're all excited. Let's say goodbye to Stanley one last time before we wrap up. Oh, he just jumped off the chair and ran away. He got sick of it. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.